got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JUSDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JUSDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't want to talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats will tell lies that they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yo. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
Salute to everybody in the building. What's good with it? Back again on this good Wednesday to get boxing. It's JusDueBoxing. We're a little late, but we here, man. Your boy put in some OT yesterday, man. Yes, sir. Fender been here 8 hours, man. And I'm right back at it, man. How y'all feeling? Salute to my guy, Fender Bender. What's good? What they said, Rolly up there acting a fool. Like always, Tanya Vandross Williams Jr. Salute to the queen. How you feeling today? Appreciate your stopping through as always. They're going to be sleeping all the way on Tank today. Till they sleep in the ring messing with them. Marcus was good with it, bro. Dante's Boxing Talk was good with it, bro. You already know, man. Keyshawn is my guy. I was already peeking at this interview, but my good brother Jay sent it to me. So I said, I figured, being that I rock with Cigar Talk anyway, and I be usually doing reactions to the interviews, to the fighters when he do them. So I said, I'll do Keyshawn's today, man. And we'll talk about a couple things, man. We ain't going to be here super long today, but we gonna cook. We going to cook how we always do, man. Yeah, I smashed the like button, man. Salute to everybody that pulled up to the Rise podcast last night. We had a dope build up there, man. Dope panel, dope conversation. You know what I mean? It got some... Hey, bro. Spoke about what's good with it say. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Man, they mad as hell. You got everybody clipping pieces of the show last night. Mad as hell. Devin Haney mad. People, somebody called me a super Shakur, a super fan of Shakur. I'm like, yo, damn, y'all disrespectful. Y'all want they want to play with me. We gonna play. What's good with it? See how you feel? I'm telling you. Hey, you know what's sad? Justin James, what's good with it, bro? JBT in the building. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you. You know what's funny? See, they really mad. Yeah, we wasn't even saying nothing wrong. It wasn't no tearing down and no fighters. Like, don't be mad at me because I snickered when he said like 30K pay-per-view buys, man. Y'all need to start buying y'all man fight and stop being mad at me. I didn't do it, bro. I didn't do it. I almost ain't make it back here, y'all, but I got y'all, man. Salute to the family. Appreciate y'all. I am late, but we gonna get to it, man. We gonna get to it and get through it. IB, what's good with it, bro? Yeah, we're clipping it. Yeah, look at Super Shakur fan laughing at Devin Haney's pay-per-view numbers. Man, get y'all sensitive asses out of here, man. Y'all better take that shit across streets somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I bought the fight. What could I do, bro? Like, I bought the fight. I'm not about to buy 100,000 of them, bro. I ain't got that kind of money, bro. What we on? You know what I'm saying? Macho was good with it. Yo, I'm telling you. They mad as hell. Nah, I'm gonna enjoy this, bro. Nah, hell no. Salute to the rise, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. I wanted to say this, like, appreciate all y'all. Like, I appreciate the conversation, the dialogue, the back and forth. That's a peace of mind for me. Like, I'm a student of this shit. I always get game. It was good to talk to, you know, all of y'all last night, man. That was fun, man. You need more of that. Not one of us tore down no fighter. We just call it what it is. If you're gonna be mad at them pay-per-view buys, y'all need to start supporting more. I don't know what to say, because if you ever listen to me give it up, I always get a man his credit. I said it the entire time. I hope the fight do great. You know what I'm saying? Great numbers. Like, so it could be one less, you know, stereotype when it comes to if fighters sell or not. I get tired of that. I want to see all the fights, and whatever it takes to get them, that's what I want to see. You get what I'm saying? If it takes for everybody to do well in their fights, then that's what I want to see. That's every fighter included. I want to see these dudes do well so we can get the fights. You get what I'm saying? Right. Joe, what's good with him, my bro? How you feeling? Say something about Keyshawn. Oh, salute to my baby girl, Miss Just Do the Queen. How you feeling today? Miss Joette, peace and blessings to the Queen. How you feeling, man? My legend. He said, yo, just I'm so proud of you. I send love to the fan, but about today, dude, you live. Salute to my bro Macho, man. Yeah, man. Look, this is the thing, Joe. It's simple, bro. It's simple, because I get it. You want to know, like, where the numbers come from. Just understand something, bro. If the numbers were good, they would be talking about them. You get what I'm trying to say? I think people are missing the point. Bob Arum says some very important stuff when he touched on that. Nobody want to listen because they don't like Bob Arum. He like, bro, those numbers are not a reflection of Devin Haney's drawing power or his marketability. It's not. You get what I'm saying? He said, look at the timing of it. Remember, Joe, they initially had a different date. They had a totally different date that Regis wanted to fight on. Remember that? It probably would have worked out better at that time. You get what I'm saying? So I just think the timing of it, you know what I'm saying? The timing of it. We know that. But again, notice, I ain't say they would have been releasing the numbers. They would be talking about them. And they can't disprove that people are. Ain't nobody make that shit up. It was a whole chart somewhere. I can get the print up probably from my man and ask him to send me all the numbers and stuff. I'm gonna ask him for you, bro, and I'm gonna send it to you. You gotta make sure you follow me on IG. I'll send it to you. Like that. I just want you to know, like, all things real. Me myself, bro. I'm never gonna try to put out information that's false and damaging to no fighter. You get what I'm trying to say? But it's obvious that. You can tell by the energy of things, like it didn't do that well. Like you hearing everybody saying it. The only people that's trying not to say it is maybe the guys that wouldn't benefit from the numbers being bad. But it's not that big a deal, bro. Everybody can't be a star in boxing. That shit ain't easy. It's not easy. The people determine the stars. You get what I'm saying? We, us as diehards, we know we rock with all these guys, right? So if it was up to us, me and you and everybody in here, all these dudes would be doing their thing. Why? Because that moves boxing along and we can get the fights, and they can no longer use excuses like bullshit numbers. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. I just wanted to run through that real quick. So It is what it is, man. But we gonna talk about. I'm gonna play this Keyshawn interview though. Tay, the real queen of MMA combat. How you feeling, Queen? What's good with it? Everybody drop a like, salute, man. Opera LDTV, blessings, family. Yeah, we got it. I got you, bro. We gonna get to it, and that's all. I just be wanting people to know that, like, I'm never doing content with ill intent towards no fighter. You get what I'm trying to say? No fighter. I don't dislike none of these dudes we talk about at all. I want to see them all do well, whether it's inside the ring, outside the ring. You get what I'm saying? No, I take no pride and no joy in seeing somebody not do well. That's some hater, miserable mentality. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, y'all heard me the whole time hoping that it did more than what Loma and them did. So anyway, man, but we gonna move on, man. Everybody can't be Tank Davis, but I still watch Devin 100%. I was thoroughly entertained by that Regis ass whooping, bro. I enjoyed that fight. He stood in there and he stood on business. It was fun. Only thing he didn't do was knock him out, and I ain't care about that. You know what I mean? He beat him up like he said he was. He whooped his ass. Salute to my guy Regis. People get every time dipping. It's stressful, bro. But only thing I can say, I gotta I gotta kind of touch on it a little bit, right? You know what I mean? I gotta touch on it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. You know what I mean? And I try to take the stress out of the conversation for y'all. You get what I'm saying? So let's get to this, man. This Keyshawn Davis. Salute to Cigar Talk. Hopefully he passed through here today while I'm playing this, man. Salute to him, man. Salute to Keyshawn, man. Let's hear this interview, his latest interview, and what he was, talking about in his joint.
Got my man, the businessman, Keyshawn Davis. What's up, brother?
Chilling, man.
How are you, man? You got the Olympic sweatsuit on. My boy looking good, man.
Yeah, man. This is actually the jacket I wore on the podium. You know what I'm saying?
When you won?
Yeah.
Damn.
For sure. When I silver,
yeah. Still a medal. Silver. How did you feel? All right, when you won the silver, how did you feel though? Was you still happy? Like, 'cause that's an accomplishment still, bro.
Yeah, I mean, sure. It was in the moment when I won the silver, I lost at that time. Yeah. So it was just like, keep your head up. Don't show the world how you truly feel. Just keep your head up and show that this still is an accomplishment for the ones that's looking back at home. And I did that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was funny because it was like, when you get on the podium, don't hold up the number one or don't hold up nothing. Like, they might find you. If you go back and look at pictures, I'm holding up that DB3. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is.
You got to rep your shit. I like that.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, big moment coming up, too, is about 2 weeks. Fighting Jose Pedraza on the Teofimo card. It's your biggest fight, man. This the one that's like, to me, I've been watching your fights, for a while, and this is the one that's like, to cross over to the next one, this is that one. Do you feel like, does that come with pressure for you? Do you feel differently, like, because this moment is bigger than the past one?
Yeah, for
I gotta
sure.
catch it, I'm gonna catch that one too.
Just like in the Olympics, I felt the most pressure in my career. And I could say professionally, this is the first time that I felt pressure, honestly. And I feel like when I do feel pressure, I just step up to higher performances. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Olympics, I was stopping guys. I was giving guys 8 counts back to back. And in the finals, that fight lived up to be the most exciting fight in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like me, man, every time there's pressure on the line, I just step it up to another level. And shoot, here we go.
Yeah. Is the way you train differently, or is it kind of like, are you doing the same thing? Like, because the moment's bigger, have you been training in a different way, or is it like, business as usual?
We mostly doing the same thing, but I would say I'm doing more of it. Yeah. Honestly, like, shoot, once we finish with the workout, I feel like I got to do more. Like, I probably got to put a weight vest on while I work out that time, or when I'm running, I'm putting a weight vest on, or I'm doing more swimming workouts. You know what I'm saying? Like, we doing the same regiments, but I'm doing more of it for sure.
Right. Is it a concern that, Pedraza's been at 40 for, like, I feel like, mostly, like, he's been at 40 his last few fights. Now that he's coming down and a bigger guy, like, do you feel like that proposes any challenges? Are you like, damn, like, this nigga might be a little big come fight night, or?
Honestly, Nair Albright, my last fight, he was for that 140 before. Okay. And he came down for me at 35. Yeah. Honestly, I done sparred Terence Crawford. So took punches from that man, you know what I'm saying? I done sparred Richard Torres before. He's a heavyweight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So size.
You fought Torres?
I sparred Torres before. Actually, I sparred the entire Olympic team heavyweights at one point in time.
This man out here sparring heavyweights, man. You can say what you want about Keyshawn Davis, but he put that work in, bro. And that's why I'm going to always salute him for it, man. I think it's deeper than just the wins or the losses, man. I really be in support of these dudes because I genuinely be wanting to see good kids keep winning. You know what I'm saying? And he one of them, man. I like him. I think he misunderstood. I think against Jose Pedraza, man, I think he's gonna show up, man. I think he's gonna show a good fight. Pac-Man ATL, tell you what's good with it. Fax Machine as well is in the building. What's good, bro? How you feeling?
Hey, because it's one point in time, I guess I was just doing too much for the people my size. So the coach is like, bro, you gotta spar these heavyweights, bro.
Hold up to like Big Baby.
I sparred Big Baby before. Yeah. When he was on the team with us, for sure.
How different is like heavyweight power?
I just like to see these dudes win, man.
Like Richard cracked me one time.
Oh yeah,
and he jumped on me.
Oh, nah, this
like Richard is like what it is.
Really,
like,
all his fights
that's
is all
crazy.
Knockouts. He stopped that dude
Richard Torres is a damn animal, man.
His last fight, so he really one of them niggas. Like once he hurts you, he go like he jumped on it.
Yes, like and he don't know how to. We supposed to be like working and stuff, but Richard's not that tight. He don't know how to work with you. You know what I'm saying?
So nice,
and it was one point in time when me and Richard was like beefing outside of the race. So I'm like, I'm gonna spar this nigga. I'm gonna show this nigga. I don't give a fuck about this nigga.
Right.
So I get it. We fighting, bro. You know what I'm saying? So size just never meant nothing to me. Like you a man, I'm a man. What's up, nigga?
Why you beef on heavyweights, bro? Like you know what I'm saying?
I don't spar outside my weight class no more. This is like 147. But yeah, back in the day, I was a little nuts.
Nah, for sure. Let's talk about the Nair Albright fight, right? Because I'll say that was outside looking in, that was the toughest fight. It looked like, which he's a veteran though. He's like a tough veteran. I don't know if he's super skilled, but he's like there's certain guys that's just the rugged, tough type of guys. I think he's one of those. Do you feel like was that your hardest performance?
Richard Torres like a bull in the China
I think he was my best opponent. I can say that for so far. I think he was definitely my best performance. He was lengthy.
Yeah,
he was crafty. Yep. He had speed. He was quick. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he got a lot of attributes that Pedraza used to have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I think more so just getting into a fight with Pedraza, this fight is just more so of the name itself than actually the fight. Because I'm honestly, when I was in there fighting Nair, I'm like, damn, this boy can actually fight a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, he can fight. And people didn't realize that until I was fighting him. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it take a nigga that you know can fight for you to be like, oh, you know what?
He actually can fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was.
And it's crazy because if you know Nair Albright, if you did your homework, if you had a chance to see him, opportunity to see him fight before Keyshawn fought him, you'd have know the dude can fight. He can fight, man. Has some close decisions and contested decisions, but the dude flat out can fight, man. And he showed it. You know what I mean? He had some moments against Keyshawn that people ain't expecting to have. Nonetheless, Keyshawn got it done, but we know what happened with the win. They took the win from him. So now he on to the next. Now he really got to make a statement against Pedraza. Some people feel like maybe he got to knock him out to make the statement. I just feel like he has to be dominant. And I believe in progression, right? Realistic progression, like looking better than you did the last time out. I think that's a realistic goal each time you get in the ring, to try to look better or perform better and be sharper than you was the last time out. And, he might have gave up a couple rounds, and I've been to a couple of his fights. I've seen him dominate guys from start to finish, or dominate guys and then stop them. So I don't necessarily, I understand the statement that stopping him would make, because you get it, you'll be the second guy or the first guy to stop him since Tank stopped him. So if you're able to make that statement, it's going to work wonders for you. But I think ultimately, if you just make this guy consider retirement, had this guy like make it look like he don't belong in the ring with you. That's what you're supposed to do with guys that you are expected to beat. You're supposed to make them look like they don't belong in there with you. I don't believe it should be a close fight or none of that. Just get in there and dominate. You get what I'm saying? No close rounds. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a difference between competitive rounds and then a close fight. Like, you can compete for these rounds, but you getting, you losing them, you start getting dominated. You know what I mean? I just want to see that. I want to see a dominant performance from this man. I mean, the Chop Shop in the building was good, bro. Appreciate you, man. Much love, bro. J Bean Boxing and Batting was good with it. Keyshawn equals Cobra. You think Keyshawn is like Cobra? I don't think so. I think Keyshawn might be a little misunderstood, but I like him. Like, listen, they all got to prove themselves. I think the fact that people been saying this kid ain't been fighting nobody since he was like 4 and 5-0. Just think about something. This is where you at. You must have some crazy expectation of this man if you expect him to fight like world champions and shit like that right now with 10 fights in, 9 fights in. So I don't see it that way. I see him. He's supposed to mature and grow just like everybody else. Get his step up fights, continue to gradually step up in competition. People are not realistic with their expectations of what these fighters are supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? It ain't like he leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else, but he's a good prospect. I don't think just any old body will get in the ring with Keyshawn and beat him. A lot of these older veteran guys, like Pedraza being one of them, I think he's going to style on him. I think he's going to beat this dude, man. And I think it's going to be convincing, but we got to see because Pedraza might have one last hoorah up under the sleeve, man. We got to see. But Keyshawn, like I said, it's up to him to make him look like he don't belong in there with him. Tell you what's good with it, fam. How you feeling, bro? You know, Pedraza nice, but knock out extra credit. You get what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that extra credit. You get what I'm saying? And better to no resume right now. He getting it. Bro, Wiz, salute to you, bro. You gotta respect Ryan for fighting everyone. I respect all these dudes for getting in the ring. I respect Ryan if he finds a way to salvage this opportunity against Devin Haney and actually fight him. You get what I'm saying? I would like to see that. I think it's a meaningful fight. It's a good fight, man. I ain't here to shit on it. No, I mean, they are 3-3 in the amateur, so maybe it's time for that tiebreaker, you know? You know what I'm saying? I still like to see Frank versus Keyshawn this fight. I would love it, yo. I would. Like just but he talk like he been putting in work. The elites, dude. That's what I don't like about him. And think about it, right? Look at it this way, Chop. I don't want to change your mind, right? I feel that because I hear people say that. He actually is putting in work with the elites. Get what I'm saying? You see how he mentioned a guy like Crawford. You getting to get in there with guys like Shakur Stevenson and Richardson, Hitchens, like all these different guys, the whole Olympic class, heavyweights and all. I think that's where his confidence comes from. And like I said, if I secure this bill with him and either Bomac or one of them, I definitely would like to ask him, like, just from his perspective, like where, you know, as a fighter, where did his confidence come from? Because I think it comes from a direct result of the work that he's putting in with quality guys. And I think he understands that if I can hang with these guys, you get what I'm saying? It does wonders for this man's confidence. And that's why I say it's up to him to really take advantage of the moment, man. Just keep getting better. Don't lose sight. Don't take your eye off the ball, man. Like, understand you getting quality work and you in positions to work with, you know, guys like a Bud Crawford, man. You can't, you know, Floyd Mayweather, like you said, opened this gym up to you, gave you a little bit of game. Like, use these dudes to your advantage in terms of like learning, right? You know, not use them, but, you know, learn from them, learn the game, soak it up, and just continue to get better. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's what it is. The work that he's putting in with some of these people behind the scenes. Samuel, what's good with it? Real fights though. Nah, I get it, but that's where I think it comes from, right? And I think you just have to be a confident guy to compete in the sport of boxing, right? And not everybody is going to be the, you know, Frank Martin type. Frank Martin's super humble, super quiet, chill. Till you say something to him, he's showing up, and then he like to show out and keep it pushing. And we appreciate that, but I also appreciate the guy that don't mind talking a little bit and speaking his piece. You know what I'm saying? Let me finish playing. Let's get to it.
Low cat, that's what it was. So I feel like that fight for real, like it definitely got me mentally ready for this upcoming.
For sure. I can see that. You know what? I thought it was a good learning experience for you.
Worked well for your confidence.
There was a point where I feel like you hurt him. And
PGH,
but he still kept going. Like he ain't like, I feel like every other guy I seen you hurt, they was, you know, they hurt and now they ready to give up. But he was hurt and was still wanting to fight. Did you feel that energy in the ring? Like, oh, I hurt this nigga, but he's still like.
No, for sure. I felt it. Yeah. And the second time when I heard him, that's when he came at and hit me. Yeah. And niggas thought I was hurt. Right. I was like, nah, it's just a good shot. But yeah, I heard him twice in that fight. I couldn't get him up out of there because his resilience. Yeah. I was promoting the fight so much before the fight. I think he had it back in his head like, I don't care what happens, this dude is not gonna stop me. Like, I'm not getting stopped in here. Like, I think he just had that resilience in him, and it showed. You know what I'm saying?
He landed the one.
And see, real quick, man, I be having to stop it just to like make points on what he be saying. I said this before because I heard that from Andre Ward. That same sentiment he just echoed in terms of, you know, Albright probably coming in there like, man, no matter what, win, lose, or draw, this dude ain't knocking me out. And I heard Andre Ward say he had the same type of mentality going in there with Kovalev. Like, I know he a puncher. I know he hit hard, but, you know, mentally he prepared himself for whatever he was going to hit him with. That was his mindset. Like, he ain't getting me out of there. And it's just cool to hear another fighter say that about an opponent that he was in the ring with, or he giving him credit for like, yo, this dude ain't knocking me out. And I think Albright was resilient. He wasn't giving up in there. You could tell he was stubborn in terms of an opponent. He did not want to go. You know what I'm saying? Nair did not want to go, and he made it a fight, and he picked it up late and got him a couple rounds too. So it was a solid, you know, it was a good fight for him, right? He lost it, of course, but he didn't get embarrassed, right? You know what I mean? He held it down. Pablo was good with it. Lopez up next. Tio, I like Tio. Don was good with it, bro. Shit, I'm late too, bro. I did about 8 hours, did 3 shows yesterday. I almost ain't make it, man, but we here, and we gonna cook for a little bit, man. As far as fights as they have to, Shakur, Keyshawn, Tiger, Kamel, Liam, Pyro, Cool Boy, y'all good resumes for them. Had less than 25 fights. People, that's the thing, Tay, people don't know how to identify and recognize and give credit for anything outside of the elite level. So if you're a guy and you ain't fought a specific handful of guys or less specific names, people will just look at your resume and say, he ain't did nothing in the sport yet because he ain't fought none of those guys. So he ain't did absolutely nothing, which is, I think it's false. You get what I'm saying? So these dudes these dudes are being tested mildly, you know what I mean? And I believe their toughest test is yet to come. What fighter you talking about? He was talking about Go Good, what's good with? He's talking about Nair Albright. Rod, what's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? Let me get to it, man. Let's finish.
I think he just had that resilience in him. And
talking about Albright, his last opponent.
He landed the one punch. I mean, that was the big punch that everybody was like, oh shit, like, because you know what it is when somebody that doesn't really get hit and the first time we see you get hit is just a big deal, right? Like, in retrospect, it's not a big deal.
Was good,
you know, you didn't feeling, bro? Buckle, you ain't nothing really happened. Yeah. Just because you got hit, it was like in that moment. Was it one of them ones that was like? Was you dazed? Was it like you ate it? Like, what was the vibes when that happened?
It was like, literally, this what happened. I'm getting on him. Boom. Oh, shit, let me hold him. Because I'm already knowing as soon as I'm going to get hit,
bro said, oh, shit,
he going to start going crazy. So, me being smart, let me hold this little motherfucker. Right. Let me hold him.
Right.
Because I'm already knowing.
It's like, was you dazed? Was it
Remo,
like you ate
JBT
it? Like,
in the building was good, my brother. How you
it was
feeling?
Like,
hardcore boxing.
Literally, this what happened.
Good, Jay. How you feeling,
getting on him. Boom.
Appreciate
oh, shit, let me hold him.
Right.
Because I'm already knowing as soon as I'm going to get hit, he going to start going crazy. So, me being smart, let me hold this little motherfucker.
Right.
Get my head back right, and then I'm going to get back on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, the bell rung. Right. Because I was going to get back on his ass, but the bell rung, and that was that.
That's a veteran move, though. Hold him and do
what you because you got caught with a shot you weren't ready for it. Before he clipped you with some more, you had to time up.
Throw hella punches after that. Now I got to play hella defensive. Right. No, boom.
Right. Yeah. I like you said, nah, bro, you gonna hit me?
Nah, for sure.
Hold him. Grab him and hold him.
I'm excited for this Pedraza fight. Like I said, it's definitely, you know, a step up. Do you watch film of your opponents? Like, is that something like, you going to watch all of his other fights, Tank or whatever, Lomachenko, whoever you watching of who he's fought?
I'm a student of the game.
Yeah.
I'm watching film for sure. Yeah. For sure.
Okay. Obviously we gotta talk about the suspension, you know what I'm saying? Got caught up with the weed. And what was that for you? Because like I was a nigga like I just stopped smoking weed last year, right? I smoked weed for 10 years straight. Like, yeah,
congratulations.
Listen. Because for me, I was smoking for so long, but like I was a nigga that like wake up, roll up. Like before I do anything, roll up. I was on that type of time. And I think it was just I was smoking for so long, and in New York we used grabber. You feel me? So I had the grabber or the woods, and I don't know, it just started fucking with me for like my diet. I couldn't eat unless I was high, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know for me, when it getting old,
that happens when you put the weed before
I was using
food.
Weed,
you gotta
one is
eat
like
first,
I liked it, but two, like I would mentally, it would do shit for me mentally. Like I could think in a different way, I could listen to music in a different way. Like with you, what was it for you with the weed? Like, was it just like you using it because you're a fighter and it helps your body relax, or is it just like you like it? What was it for you?
It was my mental health.
Yeah,
I've been through serious mental health.
Yep.
Back then, before I was even on the team, I used to do things to harm myself.
Yeah.
I went to the mental home. I was on medication for mental health daily, and just throughout that process, I was still smoking.
Man, I didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? Through the mental home. Once I got out the mental home, it was Halloween. First thing I did was smoke on the medication. The doctor said I should at least be on the medication for about a year, 8 months. It only took me about 4 months to get off it, but I was still smoking through the process. Got on the team smoking, I was smoking to really
balance out.
You know what I'm saying? So it really just started back then with my mental health all the way into now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I really had to, reflect on myself.
Facts, bro.
And ask God, really seek out God to help me with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm overcoming it right now as we speak. And shoot, ever since I did put the weed down, I've been a way better person, man.
Yeah, this is
and
real.
My coaches seeing it. They saying I got way more energy. Even people at the UFC facility that I train at, they like, I don't know, Keyshawn, it's just something different about you this camp that I feel like you just take it as more serious.
Yeah.
And like I said, I had to ask God and reflect on myself to really overcome that addiction.
Yeah, for sure.
Now that's what's
I
up.
definitely want to talk about the mental health piece. I know, just lastly on the weed part, because when I stopped, nigga, that first 2 weeks, that first 2-3 weeks, boy, what? I ain't gonna lie. That shit was like, it was irking me, every little thing, damn, I need to. Did you feel like that? Was it hard for you in terms of just dropping it, or it was cool? Once you dropped it, you was good.
That's how I know God real. There was times where I used to fast with my girl, and then a 3-day fast. She come on, let's just go on a 3-day fast without you smoking.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, bet. I can do that. I can 3 days without smoking. All right, bet. Because I was like you, wake up, smoke,
long
smoke,
ass 3 days,
train, smoke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, man, I'm gonna just go on a 3-day fast. Forget it. I'm God believing, I'm God fearing. I know I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole 3 days, I'm dang, I need to smoke.
Right.
The third day, boom, I did it. So the fourth day come, I smoking and stuff. And then it was just Keyshawn, you still got this fight coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't until I made a promise to God that I was gonna stop smoking.
Yeah.
I didn't follow through with that promise. I didn't honor that promise, right?
Right.
Days go past. I'm like, bro, something don't feel right. What's going on? Long story short, I'm like, yo, I just lied to God. The first chance I got to do, I started smoking.
Right.
I repented. I really felt bad. Dang, I really did this. And honestly, after I did that, God took my urge away. So it was I had an encounter with God, honestly.
Wow.
And ever since that day, I repented. I really felt bad. I never had the urge again.
Damn,
that's real.
What's up,
cap.
That's real. That's
Tell me, so you talked about the mental health, and I think that's a super important topic. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people where we from go through those types of things and don't really know, one is how to handle it, and two, even know what it is, right? Niggas just wilding out, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
What was it for you that when you said you checked into a mental facility, even trying to, figure out all of these things, what was the point that you realized it was something that needed to be addressed?
For my mental health, I would say when I was in 12th grade, I moved from my hometown, from Norfolk to Alexandria.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was doing things, harming myself through that process. From Norfolk to Alexandria, the mental health stayed with me.
But what was it about that time that was?
Yeah, what was it about? It was really the pressure for me. At that time, my brother left boxing.
Yeah, your oldest
my
brother.
Grandma died.
Yeah.
I'm having dreams about her. Couldn't really overcome that. My big brother that was supposed to be me in this position, he was going to go to the Olympics, he was going to do all that.
Yeah.
Kelvin stopped boxing. My little brother looking at me bro, what the hell we going to do?
Right.
My mama looking
he do,
Keyshawn,
right?
Are you sure you want to box? It was just a lot of pressure for me. Damn, if I stop boxing right now, if I just decide to do what my brother did, Kelvin, it wouldn't be none of this right now. Literally, for real.
Yeah.
I felt that in that moment.
Yeah.
I felt I had to carry the torch, and I felt that I wasn't ready for that.
Right.
So I didn't know how to deal with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the pressure just got to me. Just the anxiety started getting to me. The person I used to fall back on had died. I ain't have nobody, and I just felt like I just had to carry the torch, and I was physically, but I wasn't carrying it mentally.
Yeah. Well, what kind of things did you learn, or like what helped you overcome it? Like when you're going through all of that and addressing the mental health, was there anything that helped you, like realize like you could get out of that space?
My family, for sure. Started with my sister, Shanice Davis. When I moved to Alexandria, I moved with my sister, my little brother. I left my mama. And Shanice was just peeping the little things, like he's not himself. Long story short, my counselor figured out what was really wrong with me. Miss Terry, shout out Miss Terry.
Yeah.
And my counselor went to my sister Shanice, and Shanice basically just took it on from there.
That's how it be. That's why I play these, bro. That's why I play these.
Though, for holding you down.
For sure, Shanice, for sure. Like, and my other sister, you know, I got put her in it. Chantel, you know, we are God-fearing family, but she is like God-fearing. Like, she's the one like that always makes sure she keep us on track. So I know once she found that out about me, she was praying, asking God for a direction and stuff like that. And yeah, both my sisters definitely just played a big part of me just, you know, overcoming that mental health. And then, you know, me being in a mental facility, you know, my family visited me.
Right.
Shout out Stacks, you know, Tyler, you know, he came in there. He's like a brother from another mother with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my family definitely
crazy.
You know, got me through that phase for sure.
Institution is wild.
Yo, you know what? I was kind of looking at it like the whole weed shit was a blessing in disguise, low key, because Bomac got locked up around at that time. So I'm like, damn, was you prepared to fight without him? Was that the vibe? Like, I
needed
Bomac, just go do it without my head trainer.
I mean, I love to fight, bro. I'm prepared. And when it comes to boxing and fighting, shit, on the street, I'm prepared to fight, period. I know how to get myself in shape. I know what I need to do mentally to get ready for a fight. You know what I'm saying? It's just this team, this B&B team, Bomac and Coach Red, Coach Rendell, Coach Tszyu, this team that I have is just so powerful. They're going to take me to the next level. But if you just talk about me as an individual, I know what I need to do to get ready for a fight. So I was prepared to fight without Bomac.
Okay. What did he say to you? Like, all right, when he came home and all that shit, did you ask the nigga, like, nigga, what was it like London jail? Like, you feel me? Because I know it's little shit here or whatever, but like, what did he say about that whole experience out there?
Yeah, the first time I see Bomac when he got to jail, I think it was the night before I fought.
Yeah.
No cap, it was literally the night before I fought. I wasn't supposed to be up around this time, honestly. It was probably like 11 o'clock. I'm supposed to be in my bed chilling. I go down to the hotel lobby and I see Bomac. I'm like, oh shit, my nigga, what's up, bro? Like, I knew he was there. It was my first time seeing him. So I wasn't really asking him questions about jail for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he getting thousands of questions. He just was, I was just happy seeing him for real. But as time went on, he told us he was opening up about it. He was just like, man, they was loving him in that jump. Like, he had everybody laughing per usual. You know what I'm saying? He was just ready to get up out that jump. But he was like, man, they was loving him. Like, the guards, the inmates, everybody was loving him in that jump. So
Cigar talking and
for sure. You know what? Obviously, I'm looking. Work. You know, I don't want to look to. You know, as they always say, fighters, you can't look past.
Got to, man. I'm gonna keep doing this as you interview these fighters, man. I missed the
But you know the one that everybody be talking about. It's two niggas for you that everybody talk about. I say the first one is Andy Cruz. That's the one that people are like, yo, we waiting for that. We seeing that. I saw his last fight. You know what I mean? He tried to sun you on the press conference. You seen that? He said, he's like, oh yeah, it's my oldest son. When you see shit like that, do it make you be like, all right, I want this fight, or you just want some like whatever?
I mean, out of everybody out for, I definitely want to fight him. It's a fun fight for the fans. It's gonna be easy selling that fight, honestly. And I mean, who wouldn't want a rematch from out of the Olympics? Like, that's a beautiful fight. And then just off the fact of him talking like that, I want to fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know, like, in amateurs, everybody, you know, we fighting under a system. You can't really do what you want to do as an amateur, just how you perform. So now that we in a grown man's ring, you know what I'm saying, we gonna see who the son is.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, amateur system and pros is two different worlds. Like it ain't even. So I
he
don't
was like
personally-
son
me
of them
personally, I
saying
don't really count. You know,
said
what happened to him.
Keyshawn
Like,
his son
Danny
or something
Garcia
like that.
beat Bud. His buddy Danny for today, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And he playing
some
in the
shit
pro,
like
so
that.
I don't
Something
really
about him being his son, you know. I mean, he got the ups right now. He got the wins, you know. But I think it's a different fight. I think it's a better fight in the professional ranks where you know it's under the lights, money on the line. You know what I mean? Reputations, records, all that good stuff. Salute to Cigar Talk. Much love, much appreciation, bro, man. Just keep pumping out that great work, man. You got my support 100%. Appreciate you, bro.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my guy. Much love, man.
Pro, so I don't really count amateurs, but I guess because of that, you know, the history, do you feel like you got a chip on your shoulder with him? Is it like a chip, or is it just, do you look at him like everybody else, or is it a chip on your shoulder with him?
He really like everybody else. Like,
do you feel like he that nigga though? Like, cause he, you know what I'm saying? They hyping him and he talking like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
do I feel like he that nigga?
Yeah.
Hell no. Don't I know Andy Cruz. For real. Why do you know Andy Cruz?
Just cause I'm a boxing nigga, you know. I look it up.
He beat
you know what I mean? I seen y'all fight.
You know Andy
Thank
Cruz
you.
from beating
Everybody know Andy Cruz because of who?
He beat
Come on,
you.
like, let's be realistic here. Like, everybody know Andy Cruz because
Adam
was the big fight in the amateurs. We was a big woo. But when you talk about people being in this level, people being known is fucking. Put him in the ring with Pedraza right now. Put him in the ring with me right now. I got on live. Well, Eddie Hearns got on my live.
I think he'll beat Pedraza right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Talk about his fight that I didn't even watch.
Right.
And he was saying, I'm like, look, Eddie Hearns, I ain't even watch this shit, but what's up? What you got to say?
Right.
I'm high on that live. Yeah. That's why I kept saying you caught me off guard.
Right.
I don't see if niggas really catch. I was high as hell. I ain't know what to say for real. I'm being real. We be honest here, right?
Yeah, be on. Keep
high as hell on that live. So
bro.
He talk all this Eddie Cruz stuff. You know what I say? Okay, set it up. Let's fight this year.
He was like, set it up.
He was like, it's gonna be a great. Let's set it up.
Right.
Like, I'm not with all this talking. He keep calling me his son. Okay, let's fight this year. I'm your son.
Right.
Let's make it happen. Like, for the fans, let's make it the best 2 out of 3. We fought 4 times, right? Let's fight 4 times in the fucking pros. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas just be doing a lot of talking and just trying to build their name off of my name.
Yeah.
And I had to sit back and actually realize that shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But niggas know Tszyu just did this interview. He walked up to me. He said, yeah, you one of the real fighters that fight anybody. I will fight anybody right now.
Right.
The reason why I'm fighting Pedraza at 9-0 right now, I don't have to fight Pedraza.
Right.
I really fucking don't.
Yeah,
I could have said, nah, I'm gonna wait. I don't want to fight him right now, just like everybody else do.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna put no names, no fingers. But I'm not one of them fighters. Give me Pedraza, I will whoop his ass.
Right.
I think I whoop Pedraza ass
to taking that fight, like you said. You ain't that's not a fight you have to take right now, especially being 9-0. Really, supposed to be 10, but not being 9-0.
I take 9-0 though. Sounds better.
Yeah,
you'll be 10-0 again after fight night.
You know the other person who they want. I ain't gonna lie. I want this. The Andy Cruz shit could wait for me. Floyd Schofield, little kid Austin nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see that kid. I want to see that.
Me
fight.
too, bro.
Cause I think one stylistically, I think it's interesting because he's like a he kind of like a Sean Porter-ish style. I don't think he's not as polished as Porter, but just his style is very rugged and get in there and you know what I'm saying.
What kind of style
you're a boxer. You're a boxer punter. You know what I'm saying. So you use jab, you use your distance. You're creative with your combinations. You're patient. I think that's the main thing I see from you with patience. Sometimes too patient to me, but your patience is your main attribute to me that I never really seen nobody speed you up yet. There's certain fighters that when they do that, now you moving fast because they moving fast, and I haven't seen nobody be able to do that to you.
Just really push me.
He good at controlling the pace.
Something out of your
what Keyshawn do. He control the pace.
Like he would be the one.
It's possible. It's possible.
Do you feel like he would be the one?
He know how to slow it down.
But I think he could pose enough that it would have to make you do something out of your comfort zone.
Okay.
I think everybody that you fought so far is even Nair, you still was able to be comfortable in what you're doing.
Do you know why?
You tell me why.
It's the IQ level, sir. It's IQ. I can get it with any when you're gonna see with Pedraza, I can get it with any fighter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stoop him down. Yeah. I'm 2 steps ahead of every single fighter I fight. The reason why I can go in there and fight with a fucking stomach ache and still beat these guys. I be 2 steps ahead of these fighters, and I had to sit back and think like, and watch my fights like, damn, I can't really be too mad at myself because when I'm in there, I really be comfortable.
Yeah,
like you said, ain't nobody in there that really posed a threat yet. Yeah. The reason why I took this fight at 9-0 with Pedraza, because I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to get out my element. Right. I'm trying to show how tough I am. Just like when dude caught me that big shot. Yeah. Okay, niggas get hit. So what? Y'all see ain't shit that happen.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
It didn't rattle you to where you had to move differently than where you're comfortable at.
Because why?
You know what I'm saying?
IQ. What did I do after that?
I see that. Yeah.
Did what I was supposed to do.
You did. Held them right up, and then you went back to boxing after that. That's a fact. Right.
It's the IQ, man. Yeah. And people overlook that. But it's cool because people hold me at high pedestals and shit, which they supposed to. Yep. Keep doing that because I'm just going to keep showing them, you know, why I'm here. Yeah. So early.
I think the other thing that would be fun about that is one of the things I actually like about you is you make the press conferences lit. I ain't gonna lie, like as a fan that's just a boxer,
dude be having fun with it, man.
That could just make the press conference fun too. You know what I'm saying? So you always wilding in the press conference, which makes it a lot of fun. So
he be having
I just
fun,
feel like
bro.
you and his dad in the press conference.
Yeah. I just like I like, you know, promoting the fight and talking a little shit, but also not disrespecting the fighter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person that's just going out there and just going to disrespect. That's not me. That's not my character at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Nair was just taking a lot of things I was saying personally. Right. It was a lot of things off camera. I was like, oh, nah, bro. Like, it's like you cool for real. Like, I'm just promoting the fight, bro. Like, we just woo. Right. His coach was like, because his coach is talking hella shit. I'm like, he old, too. I'm like, chill, Pops. Like, it's all good. Like, I'm just promoting the fight, sir. Like, it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
They was going at it. They had a heated moment.
I just like having fun and, you know, respecting the fighters at the end of the day.
Is that a conscious thing for you? Like, you walked into the sport being like, I'm going to make sure I'm putting on in the press conferences? Or is it just like, that's just how you are? Like, I interviewed AB, and he was like, I was like, nigga, you was wilding, bro. He was like, nah, that's just how I am. I didn't do nothing outside of what I'm doing. Is that you? Like, you just like that? Or is it like you went in saying, like, nah, I'm about to put on?
I mean, that's just me, man. You go back and watch my lives. When I'm an amateur, I'm wilding. It just didn't mean that much because I'm fighting amateur guys. Right. Now I'm pro. I'm talking shit to people that's world champions. I ain't gonna mention them. Right. People that's undisputed champions. Now it means a lot. Yeah. That's just me. I'm gonna do it on live. I'm gonna do it with you. Press conferences. As long as I feel like I'm not disrespecting the fighter, then I mean, what can the fighters say? If you getting mad at it, fuck it, fight me. Right. You know.
Right. I think it's a line between disrespect and the competitive banter, and I think that's the route he really be going with it for the most part. People do just take everything he say so personally. Like, he talking like that, bro. He about to get into a whole fight. He about to go in there. He about to fight somebody that's about to try to take his head off. Why be peaceful? Nah, it's time to turn up, man. So, and again, he gonna have to stand on it when he get in the ring, and he been doing that so far. So I just like the energy. It's entertaining. It's good for boxing, and it's refreshing because he letting you know in his interview, it's not to be disrespectful. He's selling the fight. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to talk a little shit. We about to fight. Like, it's the fight business. And I think sometimes people forget that and get too sensitive about it. You get what I'm saying? Cal, cool, blessings, family. How you feeling, my bro?
Man, but if I'm not disrespecting you, then what can you say? Like, talk shit back.
Yeah, right.
Like, or fight me. Like, back. It's one of the two. So, I don't know. That's just me, bro. That's just me.
I want to ask you about DB3, man. I know that's been an important thing to you, just as far as, you know, your brand, your family.
Talk some trash back.
I like the tweet. Niggas try to make it like, oh, when you said something about, like, you know, I'm not under Shakur. Like, I'm DB3. Like, you know, you putting on for your own thing. I respected that. What does that mean to you? Like, you know, obviously them your brothers and y'all grew up fighting, but like, what's the meaning behind the whole thing?
DB3 stands for Davis Brothers, and there's 3 of us. I'm the middle brother. Yeah. I have a younger brother, the older brother. Kelvin Davis, he signed with me the day I signed with Top Rank and ESPN. Kelvin is right now ranked number 10. Right now, he is 10-0 with 6 knockouts. Keon Davis right now is going to
the Olympics.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's really it's a brand, our brand. Kelvin, our oldest brother, came up with the idea before he even got back into boxing. And that's honestly what made him get into boxing. Keon said, look, bro, honestly, it can't really be DB3 if you ain't boxing. Man, Kelvin had to think about it. He was like, man, he was working like an electrician.
Yeah.
He had a decent job, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't struggling. But he like, man, Keon, you right. Like, why not? I'm only, at the time, 21 years old. Might as well just get this a second chance. And lo and behold, this man ranked number 10 right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
in the world.
Brother.
You know what I'm saying? And Keon going to the Olympics, man, I feel like this year, because of Keon going to win a gold medal at the Olympics, he's going to raise our brand to the roof.
Yeah.
It's going to be undeniable that the Davis brothers are in boxing. It's going to be a second brother going to the Olympics and winning a gold medal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be major for us, our brand. And after Keon do that, man, I feel like it's the sky's the limit for him and just our brand itself.
I think when you said earlier that, you know, your brother was the focal point at the time of just boxing and being the one to lead it off, did you ever feel like you was going to be the guy? Because now when we know DB3 is because of you, right? Like, no, you know, not
for sure.
The brothers,
for sure.
Saying, but the reason we know of that is because of what you're doing. Did you ever know that you was going to be the one leading the charge? Did you ever feel like that?
Yeah, that's when all the pressure started hitting, when I knew I had to be the one to lead. When I was 17 years old, I knew when Kelvin left boxing, I knew I had to be the leader. But once Kelvin created the DB3 brand, it was like my first year on Team USA. So I was making a name. Keyshawn Davis wasn't set yet in boxing. I was making a name. Yep. So when Kelvin came up with that idea, us knowing us, we know eventually we all gonna be there. But at the time, I'm the name. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna be the one to put it in people's face. I'm gonna be the influencer behind DB3 and let people know it's DB3, it's not Keyshawn. Right. And people will be asking, what's DB3? Boom, got your attention. Right. It's three of us. It's not just me. So I was just the one to really just put it in people's face. And Kelvin and Keon did their thing, but like you said, I was the one at the time. And that's exactly what I did.
Who was the brother at the time that was like, you know, when y'all all get into y'all shit, who the nigga that was whooping ass though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all brothers, it's three of y'all. Like, who was the one that was really like, you know what I'm saying? When it's just closed doors, right. Us three getting into
whooping ass, bro.
When we was hey, Keon the man. Yeah. Keon the man. Yeah. Then that boy, he walk around like at 160, 168. That man 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, he is tall.
Man, can't nobody fuck with Keon, man. Yeah. Can't nobody fuck with Keon. And I ain't gonna say too much. Y'all just gonna see. Right. Like he's saying he's going to the Olympics, he's gonna win a gold. I'm not just saying to be saying it. Bro, Keon is the man. Keon been around Olympic boxing since 2016. No cap. Shakur, he been around since 2016 when Shakur was going to the Olympics. Right. Alongside my journey going to the Olympics. Right. That was his turn. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he done seen it all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro.
Keon's the man.
All things. That's good, family.
Tell me about the stomach issues. You mentioned that earlier. The first time I
heard. There we go. Remember I told you about the
stomach
issues?
I didn't.
Before you even talked about it, people, he got a tummy ache.
Like, what is that? What's
the
stomach
real,
issue?
Man.
Like, when did that start for you?
It started my fourth professional fight. It started. And how it started, literally, I was training for the fight. I was supposed to fight like March 23rd under the Edgar Berlanga card in the Hulu Theater. Yeah. And I literally ate some spaghetti. All that acid, all the tomato stuff like that. I guess it wasn't sitting right in my stomach. And that shit started. Like, it felt like ulcers. It felt like, I tell my family all the time, like, once I first was throwing up and couldn't control my throw up and just, I was like, God, if this the time, just do it. Just take me. It was that bad. But I'm like, God, like, just take me. This hurts. Like, I can't take it no more type shit. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole camp just worried about me. Yeah. I go to the hospital. They send me home the same night without an answer, which is like some, yeah, for real. Like, just like some bullshit medicine that help calm my stomach down. Give me some IV to put fluids back in me, but it's not really solving the issue. You know what I'm saying? So, man, when that first happened,
he
man,
said, take me.
Damn. It was tough. For sure.
It's crazy.
He wanted to go.
I ate some bad nachos one time, nigga. Had me what? Oh my, bro, my stomach was a little crazy.
Niggas some nachos.
Yeah, but hold up,
bro, funny as hell. Talk about he ate some nachos.
Like a dietary thing. Like I gotta change my diet. Or was it something like what was the reason that was kind of causing?
Ain't nothing like bad food, yo. Bad food be tearing you up, man.
We done changed the diet. We done drinking more water. We done stopped drinking coffee. We done did all that except for one thing we didn't stop doing.
Good stuff. Smoking.
All the way up to now, y'all bright fight.
Now he stopped.
I never stopped smoking.
Yeah.
I was just talking to my mother about this. She like, yeah, I remember when they was telling you need to change your diet and you do all this and that. And she like, I'm just sitting back like, it's really weed, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
Facts, bro. You know it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's right.
So you been good ever since? Like you feel good?
Man, I was winning off my talent and my will to win, my resilience to I'm not looking bad on camera.
Yeah.
I just wanted to stop it real quick now. Again, Marquis, what's good with it, bro? Dope interview, dope build. This ain't an interview. This is a build, man. But this is dope. And the reason why, because for people that don't understand this guy, and it's the reason why I be reaching out to some of these fighters and trying to build with them too, because you get a different perspective of who they are. Like you gauge this interview and you see that this man done been in a mental hospital. He was thinking about offing himself. He said he used to harm himself. You get what I'm saying? He got anxiety, all types of mental health issues, all of this shit. And this man, every bit of 25 years old. And he was doing this, younger all the way up into this fight. Like, you got to think he's going through a lot. And you telling me the stuff that he overcame, like finding a way to deal with the mental health, embracing his family, bringing the right people around him. Now, I mean, staying positive. He said he had a connection with God. You see all this stuff start clicking for him and he overcome it. You think I'm not going to be energetic and talk my shit every chance I get? I'm going to talk my shit every chance I get. He clearly said when he was dealing with them stomach pains, it was so bad, he was like, take me. So you get to a point where you kind of got that situated. Man, I'm going to be enjoying life. It's almost like a new lease on life. You get what I'm saying? You're going to enjoy yourself, bro. Like, you're not going to expect this man to be running around hanging his head. Look at all the shit he been through. Look what he overcame. And he still got so much career to give. Like, he just getting started. So, again, if this was your little brother, this was your cousin, your next door neighbor, somebody in your hood, somebody, you know what I mean, in your city, anywhere, somebody you knew personally going through all of the same exact shit, you telling me you wouldn't rock with him? You telling me you would think less of him? Why? You get what I'm saying? He's not above going through shit. The man talking about mental health shit that people don't be wanting to talk about. You get what I'm saying? He talking about personal issues. He admitting to his addiction with the weed, how it was causing more issues for him. You know, it was helping some, but it was causing others. So at the end of the day, he knew he needed to get that out of his life. You know what I mean? And he did. And how could you not root for a guy like this? Like you let the average Keyshawn Davis, like detractor speak, you would think this dude was a bad kid and he out here just fucking over in life. Nah, man, the dude, he just enjoying it, bro. He enjoying it. I think he understand the position he in. And the last thing you want to do is look back and regret not enjoying the journey and the ride, bro. I'm going to enjoy this shit, bro. I don't give a damn who mad. Every time I'm up at bat, I'm talking shit. I'm selling the fight. I'm talking crazy, but I ain't going to disrespect the fighter. It's all within the effort to either have fun, sell the fight. It's for the fans, and that's their job. You get what I'm saying? So I like the fact that he understands not only how to articulate himself and speak. He don't just put on when the camera come on. The man know how to speak and talk. He easy to listen to. You get what I'm saying? He talking some real stuff. He let you know some of the shit that he overcame, man. I think he a real one. And after this interview, this is why I play these. I rock with him even more. He's a young dude figuring it out. Nobody could imagine him going through all of that shit, being in an actual mental facility. You know what I mean? On medication daily, all that stuff. You ain't know that. GM, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? You get what I'm saying, Chop? Like, you just got to embrace. I feel like, nobody is above mistakes. And I think we became desensitized to people making mistakes when it's in the public eye because we see it so much. So we just expect, when we see somebody, the first time people heard about the weed situation, first thing they said, he's a weed head. He shouldn't be doing that. He ain't focused. calm down, man. We don't be having all the answers. I'm not saying smoking is cool. We get it. You're an athlete. You obviously don't want to smoke. You got to stay in shape. All of that stuff. We get that. But damn, if you gave that man a minute to really explain what he was going through, and you telling me now with all the shit he said he was dealing with, anxiety, all that, he openly and honestly told you it was his turn to carry the torch. The pressure was on him, but he wasn't ready to do it. He was physically doing it, but he wasn't mentally doing it. Look how transparent and honest he being. You telling me you can't rock with a dude that's telling you all facts, bro. He keeping it real with you. He ain't lying about nothing. He telling you how long he been smoking, how much he was smoking. Like, that's what we ask for these fighters, transparency, right? And when we get it, we shit on them, man. I don't know. I like this, man. I like him just being honest and genuine like this. That's why I said this ain't an interview. This is a dope build, man. He really just, you know what I mean? He talking, man. They having a good conversation right here. They're stripping them. But when, yeah, BS. I thought so too, bro. I thought it was BS. Next gen, what's good with it, Brody? How you feeling? The hell yeah, and all these guys in the early mid-20s, y'all. Some of the worst mistakes in my life during that time. We ain't got no grace no more. Bro, next gen. We act like, and you know what I think it is too, next gen? I think it's the disconnect. And by the disconnect, I mean let's just call it what it is. A lot of us that be watching these athletes, a lot of us, not all, a lot of us be considerably older than these guys. So we be at much different points in our lives. So we be having the mentality we have now where we at in our lives, and we look at them and feel like, they supposed to be moving so much different. That's why I tell people, think about yourself at 25 years old and don't sit up here and lie to me and tell me you had it all figured out and you ain't make no mistakes. Don't tell me that. You get what I'm saying? So, and you got to think this is a guy that's dealing with anxiety. You got stomach issues. You know, you're smoking weed, all this pressure on you. You got somebody in your family that passed away, one of your rocks of your family. He dealing with a lot of shit. I'm not justifying it, but I understand it because it's real. You get what I'm saying? And through all of that, y'all, the man is still going out there and winning, bro. And you telling me you can't rock with him? Through all of that, he's still going out there getting it done. Nah, I got a different respect for the dude, and I'm going to rock with him even more after this, bro. I just got to. Salute to my bro, Akello, man, in the Cash App, man. Much love, much appreciation to my bro, man. Appreciate you, family.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Much love, Brody. So that's just what it is, man. For me, that's why I if I don't interview him and somebody do a dope interview, I play it and react to it in real time, get my thoughts, because these serve a purpose, man. You get to understand his why. You get to understand why he was doing a lot of things. He asked some all good questions. He answered them the right way. He articulated himself. He ain't give no super short answers. He was really building with him, and that's what you want, man. Transparency. So again, if you can't rock with him after being this honest and straightforward, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I root for him even harder now, bro, to be honest with you. But let's finish playing this. We close to the end.
Bro, I don't think about losing, for real. Yeah. So that was really what it is. I went off talent and my resilience. Like, that's just what it is, for real. I just had to put that down, man.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
A whole other fighter.
Nah, I respect it. Tell me about Floyd. I seen you in the gym with Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the pads. Like, I feel like for every boxer that get the chance to really like do that with Floyd, that's a moment. Like, that's Floyd.
Yeah, right.
So, what did you pick up from him in those moments? Like, you know, however brief it may have been. Like, what did you get from that experience?
Floyd is real. He ain't telling you nothing fake. He's not being fake. Floyd gonna give it to you straight, clean cut, forward. He was there when I sparred a couple of times, and my coach Rendell, he say to this day, man, he feel like that's one of my best sparrings when Floyd was there coaching me. Because I watched Floyd, like I mimic Floyd for sure, and then in the amateurs I was mimicking Shakur because he was just a guy that just never got hit. So I'm like, okay, he did that in amateurs. Right. I'm going to mimic that for amateurs, and I'm going to mimic Floyd. I just try to get the best, you know what I'm saying?
That's smart.
Right.
That's smart.
You feel what I'm saying? That's literally
smart.
what it was. So
that's smart.
Floyd, man, shit. Actually working with him outside of just me watching my YouTube, bro, that joint was crazy. Really a dream come true. Yeah. Like, and I know he's keeping it real with me. So anything he's telling me, I'm taking in, I'm listening to him for sure.
Right. But what type of shit did he say to you? Like, I mean, obviously y'all hitting the pads or whatever, but like, did he say anything to you that stuck out or something that you held? Like, okay.
He gave me some sauce for sure. He gave me some technical sauce for sure. But what stuck out to me for real, the very first time I worked with him, he brought up me and my brothers. I've been around a lot of promoters,
right?
A lot of managers, a lot of interview people.
Yeah.
Oh, Keyshawn this, Keyshawn that, businessman this. This man said, yeah, what about your little brother, Keon? Oh, and he's still going to lip. Oh, yeah. And Kelby signed with you. I'm like, oh, shit.
Wow.
This
so
like,
he know, like, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I probably could say the first time.
Right.
Somebody outside of our family is mentioning TV3, like, and it's Floyd. You know what I'm saying? So that's what dope. Really stuck out to me for sure.
That's what's up. Man, I love that. Let's talk some boxing real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk some boxing shit. You know, Terrence is your man.
Yeah.
Bud your man.
Yeah.
You know the fight niggas want to see, bro.
What?
Boots. You know niggas want to see Boots, bro. That's what the streets, everywhere I go, that's what they say. Right.
They want to see Boots.
What you think? Obviously, that's your man. Listen, that's your man's home team.
It don't got nothing to do with that, though.
But hold on, you trying to say you don't think
Rosa was good
could,
with
like,
it, bro?
Hang in there with Bud, like, go beat him?
What you said, hang in there at first?
Yeah, all right, beat him. Do you think Boots could beat him?
I think any man getting in the ring got a chance of winning, for sure. Boots is a hell of a fighter.
I'm not saying puncher's chance. I'm saying, like, this is a real fight that a nigga could win. Like, anybody, like, if I get in the ring with you, you're a professional. I'm just a nigga that beat up people outside the ring before. But, like, me fighting a professional is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, like, I have a chance to win because
yeah.
I'm saying I think Boots actually got a real chance to beat him.
You do, for sure? Like, honestly?
Yeah. But I can't, like, if I had to put the percentage, you know how niggas say 50-50?
Yeah.
I would say
55,
I think it's 55-45.
I knew it.
Damn, you think it's that close?
Yeah, I think Boots really like
that.
that.
So 55-45. I look at 50-50.
I won so much money, I knew he was going
to get shit out of it. My guy.
Why did you know that, though? Why?
Well, one, styles make fights.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I do think the car accident slowed them down some. I don't think that would have changed the outcome. I think the outcome would have still been the same. But I just think that Errol's been, because he's so dominant in terms of, like, he uses jab to get inside and then just start beating you up.
Yeah.
Like volume.
Yeah,
but I knew with Bud is, like, when you lunge in with that jab, he's going to counter the shit out of you. You're not going to be able to do that. That doesn't work on him.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just think that style was just
tailor-made for him.
So I won so much bread because everybody was like, yeah, Errol. I was like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
He's going to get beat up.
So
I just didn't know it was going to be that bad, though.
So what about comparison to the Boots and Terrence fight? What do you think?
I just think one is the other thing about Bud is I think Bud is
the experience is hard to bet against Chop.
When you're an older fighter, you could get old overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you feel that way?
Cause I just seen it. I've seen that happen to a bunch of different fighters where, like,
but was that Bud?
No. Like, I'm not saying that it will happen to Bud, but I'm saying if it did, this is a time that is possible. But I'm saying Boots, when we looking at, like, he got a jab, he could switch, he got power, he could counter. We have seen him get hit, though, so that's the other thing. But I just think he got enough that he could push Bud in a way that I don't think nobody's ever done.
Salute to Cigar Talk. I said the same thing, bro.
Right. I mean,
step for step, skill for skill, he can hang with Bud. Athletically, he can hang with Bud. It'd be like, you know, them standing in the mirror to a certain degree. And I think that's a classic fight of, you know, you got your experience versus youth. You get what I'm saying? Experience don't always win, and neither do youth. So that's one of them fights. If it's any older experienced guy that can impose his experience on a younger fighter, it would be Terrence Crawford. If it's any younger fighter that can impose his youth and his will on an older guy, it would be Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see that fight.
Respect that, man, and that's a valid answer. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
I know Bud gonna be mad if he see this, because that nigga.
I mean, he ain't gonna be mad. He gonna be mad because he know you ain't talking out the side of your ass. Like, you know, you just genuinely, you know, give me your opinion, man. And just me knowing, because I knew Boots from the amateurs and up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came up together type shit.
Yeah.
But me just being alongside Terrence, man, he's like, bro, Terrence different, bro. Like, for real. Like Terrence he's different, bro.
I'm saying that from watching it or being in there.
I done both.
Yeah, but which did you like? Cole told me, he said I learned more from Bud, like watching Bud, than actually being in there. He was like, when I watch him, he's like, being in there, like I just be having to think a lot. But he was like, when I watch him, I learn different shit. So that's why I asked you.
I think it's both. For me, it's both. It's both for me because me and Shakur go back and talk about how he sparred Terence, or how I sparred Terence type shit, and how it was. It's just like he said, styles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would more so think out when he was explaining to me, what Shakur explained to me, when they spar, it's more like a thinking game. When me and Terence spar, it's more of a fighting game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's different for me. So I just got watching him and going in the ring with him. I just can. It's almost like I won't say the same because nothing is the same when you taking punches rather than just watching. But I just know that man is different. That's what I'm saying. I never been in the ring with Boots. Yeah. I'm not saying Boots ain't different or not good at all. I think it would be a good fight, but I just think
right next gen.
Terence, just like he said, man, he been battle tested before. Terence been through all the ups and downs in the ring. He's the Floyd Mayweather of this generation.
Right.
And Boots is more so just the up and coming, potentially at 147 could be the Floyd Mayweather. So I'm gonna compare it to this too. Just the magnitude of this fight. Maybe Terence is just not motivated enough
to really. No, I can see why he wouldn't do it.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see why he wouldn't.
Because I feel like when he fought Sean Porter, that was a big fight. Like that was that. This fight not reaching that potential. Yeah. And that's Sean Porter comparison to the Earl fight. So like in his point of his career, like something gotta motivate this man to really be like, I'm gonna fight him. Yeah. And it's not gonna be years down the line where he gonna like he did with Earl. It's not gonna be years down the line where he be like, man, fuck this shit. We gotta make it happen. Right. It's not gonna be like that.
Yeah. There's no history. Earl was history. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just the motivation for him right now, and the money. Like what really?
Me neither. I don't think we got a Floyd of this generation because we just don't.
Yeah, for real, for sure. What you think about Devin Regis' fight?
Respect the Regis, man. Devin beat the shit out of Regis.
That was bad.
I ain't lie, Devin.
I knew it was gonna be bad, but I was like, dang. I thought Regis was gonna be able to land something.
I knew Devin was going. I thought Devin was just gonna outbox him on some Cambosi shit, but Devin showed that he got a little meaner in there, and that's what I seen. Bottom line, he showed he got a little meaner in there. He grew some bigger nuts. Yeah, I would say.
What you think about the whole rehydration thing? That became a whole thing because everybody said, "Oh, he came in at 160." Like, how you feel about rehydration clauses or just rehydrating? Like,
it's part of boxing. Yeah. If that's rules in boxing, just like you're not supposed to be smoking, and then what I'm saying, that's the rules of boxing. I guess that's the IBF rules. You know what I'm saying? If that's the rules of boxing, then I mean, that's just what it is. Shoot, if a guy is. If it ain't no rules and no hydration clause and dude can jump up to that weight, you should have put it in your contract that you should have never done it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just boxing. People always gonna have something to say, but a lot of them never got in the ring before. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So fuck what they got to say. Because shit, if I can rehydrate up to that and I feel good at that weight, I'm gonna do it. I gotta get in the ring. I gotta take punches. I gotta make sure I'm safe at the end of the day because
Dad gave it to him too.
She's not. You know what I mean? So fuck what they got to say. Right. No cap.
Yeah, for sure. I had to bring this one up because it was a talk for the last week. The whole Africa interview, when he did the whole interview, he responded to you on Twitter the other day too. I think he said something like, I forget it. He said Keyshawn know what it is or some shit. I don't remember.
He did not say that.
Hey, am I making that?
He did not say that.
It was something like that. Like I would have to pull up the tweet to actually make sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know he responded to the whole situation.
Yeah.
When that happened, I mean, is it because this is the thing? It's all boxing. Y'all niggas know each other. Y'all all been knowing each other for a long time. So most of the time I see this stuff, I don't really feel like it ain't really nothing. But with that, did you feel like a way in terms of like I don't really rock with him after all of that, or is this just boxing?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't have to respond to it though.
Yeah. Did y'all see that sparring from him and Hitchens?
It's not my business to do that.
I had a little
I said that on other platforms too, that I was wrong for responding the way that I did. Yeah. It's always a way of going about things.
See that?
You know what I'm saying? And I was definitely wrong for responding with that. He was right with saying Keyshawn just needs to stay out of it. Yeah. He's right about that.
See that, man? That's real, bro.
I did the way that I did. Yeah. It's always a way of going about things. You know what I'm saying? And I was definitely wrong for responding with that. He was right with saying Keyshawn just needs to stay out of it.
Yeah.
He's right about that. But everything else after that, I just looked at it like, nigga, shut up, nigga. You soft as hell. Like, shut the fuck up. You still showing your true colors. You soft as a bitch. Like, own up to what you said. Own up to how you was moving in the interview. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say too much on it because I should never put myself in it in the first place.
No, I respect that. I mean, I had to ask. Like, I'm not a nigga that like to start drama and all that, but because it was a public thing, I had to ask about that.
For sure.
Right.
I respect that, man. Lastly, great I heard you criticize Tim Bradley before. What's up with that, man?
A
lot of people don't like him. I like Bradley. Like, I really like his commentary.
Bro, Bradley.
Why you don't like Bradley?
Says the first thing that comes to his mind. He do not think about what comes to his head.
I like him.
But he was talking about the situation where Richardson Hitchens was talking about Shakur and all that stuff like that and weighing in, and he had, you know, intervened in the situation. You remember that? And everybody was making it seem like Shakur and Hitchens was beefing. You know what I mean?
So I had to go back and look at one of my old fights, right? And it wasn't because of Bradley. I would just watch my old fights like, damn, I was sharp in this fight. And this man that told me, or told on the air, man, I got Keyshawn top 10 right now, pound for pound. I even did like one of those, right?
Right.
Joe Tester, like, come on, Tim, he only 6-0.
Right.
Fast forward to nowadays, when Raymond Mortai, like,
come on, Tim, he only 6-0.
Raymond Mortai want to beat me. Okay, so what? Is Raymond Mortai top 5? Like, Tim Bradley, what are you talking about, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, he just be saying a whole bunch of unnecessary shit on air that I don't totally agree with. But hey, Tim Bradley, the one gotta live with it.
I agree with you. I think he just says what comes to his mind at the time,
which is it's like, weird though, because you're on national television. Like, why are you so open to doing some shit like that? I don't know. Like,
but I still think he's a fan of yours. From how I hear him call your fights and talk about you, it seemed like I just think he just said he thought Mo was high could beat you, but everybody else would feel like he, you know.
Man, I don't care who a fan. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I want to say I don't care who's a fan of me, but I just like people just to keep it real.
Was good with it, fam.
I feel like a lot of, I'm not talking just ESPN, I'm just talking in general. A lot of people be biased. Not just talking ESPN, I'm talking in general. A lot of people be biased in this boxing world, and when I just feel like when you're biased, it's not real. Just like we were talking about, we just talk about a whole bunch of situations. I'm giving you a real, I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people just don't be keeping it real in this sport. And when it comes to my time, my main events, or me being on camera face to face, like I want to talk to somebody that's keeping it real, just like me, because that's all I stand for. I never got on live or got on Twitter and said some shit that I truly didn't mean. Or I'm being biased about. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking my true feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not disrespecting nobody.
Yeah, it's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like when it's not reciprocated, that I have a problem with that.
Yeah. No, I get that. You gotta show Bradley some love, man. You know what I'm saying? I like Bradley, man. Shout out to Tim Bradley, man.
Hey, Bradley, Bradley, I'm gonna see what I see, man. We can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna be there on the 8th?
Yeah.
Me too. I'm gonna be back there hyping it up. But listen, man, thank you for pulling up, man. You know, I'm definitely excited to see kind of, you know, how your career continues to unfold from here. Last question. What are the goals? Like, where do you see yourself? Like, what you trying to get out of this whole boxing shit?
I want to show that God is real, honestly. God is, like, really real. I always been saying this even after my interviews, man. God got me here and God this, God that. Like, not saying it like that, but I'm saying it like I really be meaning it. And starting with this addiction I'm overcoming. Like, I just told you my story up here. You know, God is really real.
Yeah.
And, you know, ever since I had that encounter, you know, I just been moving different. I feel like, you know, it's showing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm up here saying, believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Because He changed your life.
Whoa.
Sure. Yo, Keyshawn, I appreciate your time, brother. My man,
salute to Cigar Talk, man. Great build, man. Salute to everybody sitting through that, man. You know, we like to play these builds and break them down, give our thoughts on them. That was a dope one. I think that gave people a lot of, you know, an opportunity to see Keyshawn in a different light and rock with him. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been rocking with him. I rock with him even more after finding out some more things about him Know what I mean? The man been through mental health issues. Know what I mean? Been in a facility. He was on medication. You get what I'm saying? Anxiety, deaths in the family, brothers quitting boxing. And that's all that stuff going through all that. And weed was his outlet for a while. He did it all the way up until the Nair Albright. And he put a lot of that stuff away, man. And he said he currently getting through that process right now as you speak. So tell me again why you can't rock with a young dude that's just literally living out his life. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I enjoy watching this kid do his thing, man, and I'm gonna keep rocking with him. But salute to Keyshawn Davis, salute to Cigar Talk for the dope build, man. I'm gonna stay posted, man. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check the Kermel Moton joint out too, man. I know that one was good. Word from Shakur Fernandez, the video about Shakur and Moritai. Probably butchered the kid's name. Oh, I know you're talking about Moritai. I could speak briefly, right, on that. From what I understand with Shakur is, like, a lot of people don't know. Again, we spoke on it about, the retirement situation, and I found out what kind of like sparked that. It wasn't just the ordering of Dennis Baranchyk and Navarrete. They're being told that the winner of Baranchyk and Navarrete is going to get the winner of Loma and Kambosos. So that cuts him out of getting either one of those fights when he felt like Navarrete could be a possible unification and Lomachenko, but instead they kind of cut him out, and those two, which would most likely be probably Navarrete, and if he get past Baranchyk, but it'll be Navarrete and Lomachenko. Know what I mean, for unification, and Shakur on the outside looking in. That's what prompted him to respond the way he did the other day, talking about retirement and all that. So I knew it was something. I ain't saying it's right to react that way, but I can understand that frustration when all you doing, your talent and your worth. All you want to do is go out there and win and get the fights. And they're not trying to give Shakur a marquee name right now. And that's directly from the team. I know somebody that spoke to him, so that's what's going on. They trying to give him basically a BS opponent. A BS opponent. Meanwhile, you giving two potential opponents to each other to fight for unification, and that leaves him on the outside looking in with one fight to go on his contract. You get what I'm saying? If I was him, I'd take that one fight, get it out the way, and I'll haul ass on him. Bro, I'll haul ass. That's what I'll do. I have to get Shakur somebody though. Yeah, they're gonna have to give him somebody. It was positive because he talking about exploring free agency. A lot of people saying that too. A lot of people saying that he should know his work, how this work. I mean, you would hope that he knows. Salute to P Hunter. You would hope that he knows how it works, but the fact of the matter, these dudes don't be knowing how it works. And I'll be finding that out through these interviews when they be getting asked certain questions and be getting put in certain positions. They don't be knowing what's going on. Like the thought of him having to, you just fought for a vacant title. They weren't going to put you to fight for another vacant title in a unification that way. You would have to fight the champion. So like I said, they ain't do nothing wrong in that regard. But I do think cutting him out of the equation and not making sure that they secure either Navarrete or Lomachenko for him after their respective bouts is BS for him. No, I mean, I think it's weak. Fit my belt. I mean, salute to Bacho. You come out where you want to, bro. Richard Paz in the building was good with it. I'm gonna start you putting it to top rank being racially biased. I don't think too much into it. I think they are who they are, and I think it's been a certain way. I think ultimately it's up for people to see it for what it really is, and I think it's very important for anybody that signs on with Top Rank Richard, in my opinion, to make sure that that team shares the same views and goals, and they stand on point. Like, you got to keep them dudes honest over there, or they're gonna mistreat you. It seems like, bro. Unfortunately, are they gonna put you in unfavorable situations despite the level of your talent? And I think that's similar. That's a similar situation to the one Shakur could potentially be in. I'm gonna wait to see how some more stuff shake, but that's what it's looking like. Yeah, nah, for sure, P, for sure. So it's a little weird, but these dudes don't be knowing how it all go, unfortunately. And I think that's why I was saying the other day, I think it's important for them dudes to understand as much as the game is possible. You get what I'm saying? So they could be well versed in every asset. Like, he got the boxing down pat. Now, I remember one of his interviews, he was talking about trying to understand the business side of it. Now, I think that's where he need to put some of his mental into understanding how everything works, so he can know exactly. And again, find out where you fit at on the chessboard, so you can make the appropriate move. You know what I mean? Move accordingly. How you gonna know how to move if you don't know where you fit in? You know what I mean? I said that the other day. So I think you gotta stay the course, stay patient, man, and don't lose focus. Don't lose focus. It's important. I'm having bypass. Yeah, I'm telling you, start searching for me. Tony was good with it, bro. I was really think style that Nello fights just a bad matchup for both Charlo brothers. No. If he would have fought either of those dudes, if he would have fought either Charlo brother at 54, it would have been a much different fight. If he'd have fought JERMELL at 60 when he was at the absolute top of his game, it would be a much different fight than anything we're gonna get now. Canelo took his time, he waited him out, and he fighting them at a time that's more beneficial to him rather than to them. And that's why I call those fights setups. So I don't think his style is so much different and better than what they do, right? I think both of those dudes had a realistic chance to beat him. But if you telling me they both gonna fight him under, unfortunate circumstances, basically fighting lopsided uphill battles, they're not gonna win. It's gonna look like they both ain't have a shot because they in positions where they ain't been looking their best. And like I said, JERMELL and just have to jump up 2 weight classes and fight a guy. Like, what did they expect was gonna happen? So I think they both got the style and the skills and the ability to compete with Canelo Alvarez, man. I just think, a guy that good, that much experience, you got to be at the absolute top of your game. And Jermell Charlo wasn't at the top of his game when he got in there with Canelo at 168. And Jermell Charlo is not going to be at the top of his game if he jump in there with Canelo next at 168. And like I said, he got something going on with him that I would be surprised that we see him right back in the ring. But maybe I'll be wrong. We'll see. We'll see. As you see the video about Famama, I should go fight more time. Now I gotta watch it. Well, I'm gonna watch it. Salute to the OG for now. That's my guy too. Break bread with them all. To business foes on you, DB3. Yeah, man. I want to see DB3 doing their thing. Mike, what's good, my bro? How you feeling? Versus Just Do. You know what I mean? The best fighting the best. Tell him, Macho, the best fighting the best out here. Or Beevil. So that's what it is. But yeah, man. Salute to Keyshawn. Salute to Cigar Talk. What else, man? We're going to touch on some few things. I wasn't going to be here too long, man. I was a little late. Y'all pardon me for the tardiness. But we're going to touch on a couple things before we go. Y'all seen the presser. I don't know if y'all caught the presser from, Keith Thurman, Tszyu. They look so awkward. Keith Thurman and Rolly promoting the card together. That's the strangest thing in the world, man. That stuff looks so weird, man. It's crazy to me out there promoting the card. And Tszyu seems to not have no respect for Charlo. And I'm going to play this small little short clip from him. What he had to say about Charlo.
Finally, all the sanctioning bodies are realizing that he's a fraud and that, he went so hard to win the belts, and you got to go even harder to keep him, And what did he do? He just stopped fighting, and that's unfair for the rest of the division. It's held us all up for 2 or 3 years, so let him go into hiding and into his little holiday, into his little whatever he does. It's not my concern. He's not on the radar at all for anyone anymore at the moment because he's got nothing to bring.
He's got nothing to bring. And look, man, it's not I like Tszyu, man. I like what he doing right now. He winning. But miss me with that shit, Tszyu. Put some respect on Charlo name. That's what's wrong with boxing right now. You sit here and say he just stopped fighting. So you just gonna tell me after Charlo became undisputed, he just stopped fighting. So he ain't having injury and shit like that sidelined him from fighting. He just went up there and fought Canelo. What the hell do you mean he just stopped fighting? The dude is back on the scene, matter of fact. I've just seen him taking some pictures. So he back making appearances, man. So look, I like Tszyu. Well, put some respect on Charlo name. You better hope that you able to snatch up undisputed because he did it. After he did it, some things was, went south for him. He had some unfortunate circumstances, had an injury and some things like that. Little setbacks. It's part of boxing. Fortunately for you, you haven't had to experience that yet in your professional career, and hopefully you don't. But put some respect on that man name. He's undisputed. Ain't nothing fraud about him. And people got to stop that shit. I don't care. He shouldn't have been in the ring at 168 with Canelo Alvarez, bro, at all. I don't give a damn what nobody talking about. I'm not justifying or giving him a pass for losing the way he lost, but he wasn't supposed to be there, so I'm not going to reduce his career to a damn setup fight, because anytime he was fighting where he should have been at 154, he stood on business, which is why they waited till Canelo Alvarez was way up there to offer a fight to him. They didn't offer him that shit when they was both at 154, while Canelo was safely fighting at 155, so he ain't had to fight neither brother or Andre. Like, so I don't know, man. Just put some respect on his name. I'm here to do that. Give everybody they just do. Listen, Jermell Charlo did what he's supposed to do to snatch them belts up. You know, his brother was at the forefront of once upon a time, and he was looked at the more pure boxer. Got with Derek James, started knocking shit out, went and snatched up all them belts, beating guy after guy, whooping ass, man. It's performance after performance. You can't shit on that. Ain't nothing fraud about that. There's nothing fraud. You better hope that you get a run equal to his. You better hope that you're fortunate enough to snatch up all of those titles, because if being honest, you just got basically gifted one. You know what I'm saying? If you really being honest with yourself. So I ain't trying to hear that, man. I like Tszyu though. I'ma still like him, but Charlo's a real fighter. He ain't a fraud, man. He lost the fight. It's a fight, bro. It's part of the game. I don't give a damn how he lost. I get it. It's just a bad fight, a bad loss, an ugly loss, right? He didn't stand tall in there, but any other time you seen Charlo in the ring, he stood tall. Win, lose, or draw. So call it what you want. I think he's a real fighter. I hope he get back at it. I hope he prove a lot of people wrong, and I hope he make the right fights moving forward until he ready to hang them up. I hope he give us the right fights, man. Go out there and shut some people up, man, because that's what I want to see. You know what I mean? I want to see him shut some damn people up, man. Respect to the man. He's a hell of a fighter, man. And salute to Tszyu, man. You got to fight Keith Thurman next. And like I said, Keith Thurman got a tough fight. And I'm going to run through these other joints real quick, man. Conor Benn has something to say real quick. Little short message to Devin Haney.
I mean, not now for him. You know, if he wants to come up to 147 fight, you know, I'd say have a warm-up fight at 147 and then let's go, let's run it. I'm ready for whoever. You know, I'll fight, you know, if the fight was offered to Barrios, I'll fight Barrios. Like which we said, that you know, that was the fight we want. Devin Haney, that was the fight. You know, Eubanks was 160, no problem. Jose Ramirez, we offered him the fight. You know, I've called JARON ENNIS out. So these are the fights I want. And these are the fights that should be easy to make. You know, we're the biggest names in the division, so let's make them.
I feel that. It's easy to say you shouldn't come up there. And then look, man, that's a fight that people definitely gonna mention if they find themselves in the same weight class together. But I think the most important thing, Conor Benn focused on Pete Dobson. After that, I think the fact that you've been calling Boots Ennis name, like, and you really said, "Oh, I called Boots Ennis out." Yeah, all right. You put somebody, please put Conor Benn in there with Boots Ennis so he could wake up. So he could wake up. That's gonna be his wake up call right there. You know, that Fall Castano shows up. He put Tszyu on the canvas. That's real possible, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's real possible. Well, I'm with you. I believe that too. I mean, is he a big name though? Who that? Conor Benn? Nah, I don't think so. He said JARON ENNIS real quick and moved on. You know it, Chop. Let's keep it in perspective. You know, until Dev gets up there, we ain't calling for no 147 matchups, right? For me, I'm gonna speak for me. But the minute he entered there, all fights are on the deck. But in the meantime, handle Pete Dobson. If you get past him, you need to fight Boots. And enough of just saying his name. People shouldn't even be able to say Boots' name no more. You know what I'm saying? And that they should just be able to put an end to all that. You know what I mean? That'll put an end to all that using Boots' name, man. Go out there and actually fight that kid. You get what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? And, man, last thing I was going to talk about before we got up out of here, man. We all seen this saga. The saga continues. Y'all seen the all-star panel we had over there at the Rise. We got some hating-ass people in this world, man. People been clipping this live and all pieces of it, talking crazy. I got called a super fan of Shakur because they mad that the pay-per-view numbers ain't what they supposed to be. Y'all don't get mad at me. Get mad at the people that don't support the fighter that they argue about every day online. You know what I mean? So we heard what Ryan had to say yesterday about, you know, Bill gonna have to save his son, pick him up, all this stuff, yada, yada, yada. They threw the date of April, 4/20 out there. They said both guys saying negotiations are back on. And, they still, and when we was talking last night, the numbers came up, the Tank and Devin shit came up again, as it always do. But it came up in a responsible manner where Coach Calvin broke down why the fight won't happen. And he said when they go back and they look at the numbers, they're going to see it, and they're going to see that it ain't adding up. I was understanding where he was coming from instead of just trying to say he making excuses, because that's where a lot of people go. I don't think that's what he was doing. He was trying to give some real understanding as to why these fights don't be getting made. And we always say it's a business, but we don't consider that when it's time for a fight to be made. We just expect to see it. We like, here's our money now, give us the fight. And it just don't be that simple or that cut and dry. So, you know, Dev had responded based on what was being said in this video, or in his title, in his caption, what they saying he's demanding 50-50, 60-40, that type of shit. But he's saying he wants the same deal as Ryan. You know what I mean? Y'all over there scared to death. My thing is, you can't get the same thing as Ryan unless y'all numbers are exactly the same. There's no way you could look at one guy and his contract and his situation and what he got going on and say, yeah, I deserve exactly that. Give me exactly the same thing. And you got people saying the numbers is better. Look, I don't even care to get into all of that. What I'm saying is, it just got to make business sense, man. And if that's part of it, them feeling like if they can sell it, then I understand it. Because now, like, just take Spence and Bud for a situation, right? For instance, the first fight was what they say, 700K, 700,000, something like that. So, you know, I think that was successful, but think about the rematch and how hard it'd be to sell, being that the first fight went that way. So I think it's a real conversation, and it's in the effort to understand what's be stopping these fights from happening. You get what I'm saying? I don't think boxing worked that way, where you look at one guy and what he had going on, and you say, yeah, give me that same offer like that. That I'm pretty sure it don't work like that. LWBoxing was good, bro. How you feeling? Devin numbers is better than Ryan before they fought. Ryan did 0 pay-per-views, and you know what? When I was saying, I'll just say this, when I was talking about numbers specifically in the conversation before, and you know, I was talking about a certain fighter's numbers, and they was telling me he never fought on pay-per-view. They said the free TV numbers don't count, only the ones on pay-per-view. So by that logic, you know, Ryan was part of a pay-per-view that did 1.2. The other guy's part of a pay-per-view that did 150. The other one, what, 30 to 50K? I could care less. I just wish it did better, so we would have had this conversation. But as it stands, like I said, I don't think these two both can get the same deal. I just don't think it works like that. I think, you know, if I really felt like a fighter was scared to death and didn't want to fight, I wouldn't even speak about him no more. I just keep putting on, doing what I'm doing. And that's just what it is. Like I said, the hell with that Haney Tank shit. They in separate weight classes. Devin, I hope, like I said yesterday, that him and Ryan figure it out and they get a fight going, man, because I think it'll be a good one. I mean, I think it'll be a damn good scrap. You know what I'm saying? Something else I came across, man. I'm hearing all types of mixed information about this Spence rematch. Some people feel like it ain't gonna happen. Crawford sounding like he moving on, and I don't want to jump the gun unless he can find a way out of that contract. I think he's gonna have to give Spence his fade, whether he want it or not. Antonio Tarver seems to think that if they don't fight Spence and he's still sticking around at 147, he need to fight Boots. And I actually could agree with Tarver 1,000,000% on that. I said the same thing. You know, once him and, you know, EJ get their situation squared away, if it's any chance in hell that you still at 147, people going to ask for you to fight Boots, because that'd be the best fight to make there, in my opinion. Yeah, and I try not to, like, you know, go in and none of that. I just think that he don't have the right business in mind, thinking that you and Ryan are, you know, it's not going to work that way. So even if you think about this, let me make something real quick, just a quick point before we get out of here. The fact, like, think about this. If his numbers were actually better than Ryan's, right? If he knew for 100% that was fact, why would he be asking for the same deal and not a better one? If he got better numbers, wouldn't he deserve a better deal than what Ryan got? Why would he be asking for the same thing as Ryan? That's very telling. You get what I'm saying? That's very telling. You get, so that's how I look at that. You know what I mean? Now the grades say all these things about Tank. Expect to get paid your biggest paycheck from the same guy. It's not gonna happen, P. Calvin said it last night. He said the same thing. He said that's not how you get a fight. Fighters. Yeah, so look, that's how I look at it. If his numbers were so much better, then he would be asking for a better deal and not the same one. You get what I'm saying? And I think the consensus is, if he gets the same as I think at Ryan, it would be undeserving of him. Now, I'm not here to tell him, get into all of that. I can care less. I just want to see fights. But that's just what's out there. They separate weight classes and to focus on other stuff because that fight ain't coming. and we're gonna see what Dev do next, man. But with that, salute to everybody. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button on the way out. And we'll be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock, man, to build on some more boxing. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all good Wednesday, man. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I put in over 8 hours yesterday streaming. I'm still a little tired. I ain't gonna lie. But salute to everybody in the room, man. Smash the like button on the way out, man. And I will get at the family tomorrow. Salute to you, bro. Chop, man, the rest of the game. Peace, fam.